folks, welcome to Planet Traffic. Today's episode is actually coming from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're actually visiting for the day, and I wanted to get lunch at our look, Castor Pizza. My mom used to send me around to Castor Pizza. She used to get lunch and like, oh, she'd go, oh, you want to split a cheesesteak? Yes. That was in 1980. It was in 1980. And honestly, you know what? I kind of feel like it was before that. So one of the guys, I over the years, I got delivery from here on the regular, picked up here and there. But literally been coming to this place for over 45 years. 45 years. And I honestly think they started in the 70s. I really do. And there was a guy here like that I remember from like 1980 used to deliver to our house. I'm actually talking to Braxy B. There's Braxy B. So the one time I asked him, I go, you guys were around 1980, right? I was like, oh yeah. So I think it was even before that. I'm going to try to find out, but starting the day in Philly at Castor Pizza. I've said it in a million videos. Everyone's doing their top 5 cheesesteak places and top 10 and top 20, and I'm going to eat 19 cheesesteaks in 24 hours videos. You know, at the end of the day, all you people that are not from Philly, every neighborhood in Philly has got a cook that is cranking out fantastic cheesesteaks. They don't need to go anywhere in Philly other than probably 2 to 3 blocks from their house. There goes Castor right here. And they expanded that since that time anyway. And I do want to share the following with you before I move on to another area of the neighborhood. So how about one night, on the regular, I'll sit and watch Instagram Reels. I literally could watch that like it's basically like a channel on TV. And just sit and stare at it because I freaking love it. I love the comedy of it. But this particular video had no comedy whatsoever. So I'm looking at it, and it was right from this angle. Somebody was shooting with their cell phone, and a car was coming in our direction, and on this side of the street, obviously, and went completely out of control. Was being chased by the cops, and then I think it hit cars on the right side of the picture. Then bounced right back across the street, right back across the street this way, and then the guy got out and ran into this driveway by San Don Pedro meets. I'm sitting there the whole time going, man, that spot looks familiar. What is that? And then interestingly enough, it really got confirmed when I saw the Castor Pizza sign out front, and I went, that's literally right around the corner from where I lived. So that was interesting to see that. There we go. Where's the street signs? Oh, there they are. Hold on. It's the corner of Devereaux and Loretto Avenue. And I live right down here. This is the big old tree still standing tall. Hold up. Yeah, so this is my old place right here. The hostas look like they're still doing good. The hostas definitely look like there's all kinds of other things stirring around them, but the hostas look like they're doing good. Yeah, that's the old place. And I'm actually going to go around back and see what's going on. Because one of the things when I left it, that was a little bit twisted about was the plumbing in the back of the house. I don't think I made a YouTube video about that. It was probably just too frustrating to even bother. These sticks are still out back. That's wild. That's wild. I don't really have room in the car to take them. All right, so this little piece of the episode here is actually, I'm going to show you a very Well, we would hit this Dunkin' Donuts very often. Let's just say that. Among other things on this road that I'm currently on. But in order to put this one in perspective, I wanted to start the shooting right now. The filming. As we go through here. And head over to the one and only Dunkin' Donuts. This Dunkin' Donuts is at Coppin Avenue. Going into the drive-thru with this Dunkin', which we've done many, many, many times. Right about at this location right here is where the infamous plane crashed. January 31st of this year. Do a little video. Yeah, so January 31st, 2025, right around 6 p.m., we were living in Georgia, but we started getting text messages from family members saying, yo, there was a plane crashed around where you guys lived. And I remember searching it and it's just, yo, for the amount of time that I spent right along here, all the way from when I was growing up and coming up here, Roosevelt Mall. One of the first punk rock songs I ever wrote for my very first band, it was called Crusade. It was called Cruising the Mall. And I was documenting prior to leaving for Georgia the renovation that they were doing here. All this stuff, Raising Cane's. There's other stores over on the other side. I don't have the one wheel today, so I'm kind of like not going to walk all over the place. But so I got the renovation videos, and then on January 31st, 2025, a plane crashed. And it literally, it really was it was beyond intense to see it. Just a normal, any everyday person witnessing that on the videos was just mind-blowing. You could see some of the damage that still remains, and but it seems like they got this area back. I mean, this is a major thoroughfare, Coppin Avenue right here. The boulevard's a little further down, but oh my God, seeing so many of the videos, and between one video of the people going, I think they were leaving their house, maybe they were entering it, the plane, you can see the plane coming down behind them. There was definitely a video of somebody in this Raising Cane's, and my understanding, whether it was this spot right here, I'm looking at 3 different locations. Entry point right here looks like fresh asphalt. There, it's part of the renovation, the new signs, Sprouts is definitely part of the new renovation. So whether it's this blacktop, although I think they built this here to go along with this entry point to the renovated mall. But my understanding is that plane crashed either right here, which might make sense with that destruction right there. I remember that fire in that house. Right here or right up ahead, but I remember also some very, very painful videos that happened right here in Dunkin's parking lot. I remember that as well. So whether it happened here, like where it actually hit, it was right in this area. And then of course they still got damage, right here too as well, and that driveway as well. But other than that, they got in. You had to know they were going to get this up and running. I'm going to put some pictures within this segment of the video of what it looked like, because it was devastating. Stuff's going to have an impact on you one way or another, but having lived up in this neighborhood, I probably lived about, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile away from here, and I was always up here. And actually right here, right behind me, right behind this fence here, was probably where I learned the one wheel pretty. That was my spot. It was a wide open parking lot long before they started the renovation. And that was a spot where I really worked on just getting the one wheel to work. And that was right there. But yeah, this is it. This is crazy. Just crazy to see this. To see what this was. And what it currently is. Further up here, you can see the McDonald's sign. And right beyond that is Four Seasons Diner, which I would frequent quite often. You see Assad's Chicken here on the left too. But right beyond that, and that's across the boulevard. So that's the Roosevelt Boulevard right up there with that traffic lights that you see. That Four Seasons Diner, again, that was just beyond the McDonald's sign, actually took part of the frickin' plane, went through the window and hit a gentleman in the head that was sitting in a booth in there. And when I saw that, I was like, how many times I sit in that booth? Oh man, all that stuff just makes my mind go bananas. And so I wanted to stop up here, and they got this cleaned out pretty good, which you'd expect. Cottman Avenue, it's pretty much one of the most, next to the boulevard, it's probably the most major artery up here. That's going, well, it's going east and west. Yeah, so wanted to stop here and do a little testimonial, so to speak. All right, so today's ending is going to, well, today's ending, the ending of this video today is going to close out at the Philly Stadium. And I just wanted to say this. So in Philly, we have decent hack parking for the games. That's one thing that's missing out of it, Atlanta and the stadium down there. The other thing is this. So the experience that I've had going to Atlanta's baseball stadium is they have a very hilly terrain there. Wherein, as we were accustomed, or at least I was in Philly, to, park, not too far from the stadium, and then have a nice flat walk, which is key to any type of distance walk to the stadium. The stadium being probably about half mile down there in this direction where the sun's blasting. That's a big, big deal, and one of the reasons why I don't visit Atlanta's baseball stadium that often, because they will charge you to park this far from their stadium, and then you will literally walk across the Grand Canyon to get to the game. We are up in 301. I'm with Todd, Pandemic Crew. Hold on. For everyone out there that knows I'm a big wrestling fan, Todd was just involved in an actual angle at an indie wrestling event.
It was an angle. It was real. It was real.
It was real.
Yeah, I saw that Captain was cheating, as he's wont to do.
Yeah.
And I called it out. I don't stand for that kind of thing. Now, we could still be friends. We can still get along.
Yeah.
But cheating is cheating. Cheating is wrong. And I will be always watching him like a hawk to make sure he doesn't cheat again in the next match, whatever that might be.
Yeah. So that was not. Yeah, that wasn't even scripted. That was you saying, no way.
It's real. It's real. I mean, it's a real thing. I saw him cheating. He had the chain out, and the ref had to do what he had to do, but he lost the match, and that's why he lost his hair.
So, how much hair did he lose?
A little bit, yeah. He's got to go to the Emmys, so he's gonna win some Emmys coming up for a turnaround.
Yeah, so it was a little nick. On Tubi?
It's on Tubi, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was your first, you actually were in the ring.
On the side of the ring, yeah.
On the apron.
Yeah, the apron.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't go into the actual ring.
Now, did you do any kind of stepping down to get a vibe of what that surface was like? So
yeah. It was hard. It was hard.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, you cannot beat this. Actually was involved in a wrestling match. And probably more to come.
Oh, we'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a labor of love.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good plug.
Hell yeah. Labor of love. I love that. Yes, all right. All right, and tonight's question of the night is for my daughter. Tonight's question is, Claude, Are you aware that there's a Joe Dirt 2?
I was not. And now I'm really concerned, and I have to know what year it came out.
Oh, the year it came out? Hold on. The return question for me was, what year was it? The year of Joe Dirt 2, was 2015. So Joe Dirt 2, the extravaganza that it was, happened in 2015. And nobody knows it. Now, the people that saw it, like Todd, right, Todd? The word is not good.
Well, that's probably why I didn't know it happened.
Well, you still
see
it.
When I could probably recite word for word Joe Dirt 1.
Joe Dirt 1.
So, the fact that I didn't even know that Joe Dirt 2 happened is a bad sign.
So you can imagine the disgust that I had being so excited to see it, and it was absolutely horrible.
Is it worth a hate watch? Is it worth watching it knowing it's bad?
You'd have to watch it because
Okay.
you're just a Joe Dirt person,
Okay.
but you're not going to like it.
I'm changing my Instagram bio to Joe Dirt person. I'm just a Joe Dirt person.
Yeah, here's me and Justin. We're up here at the game, 301. Oh, we're up 3-2.
We're up 3-2. We're in 301, up 3-2.
Bottom of 7. And I unfortunately did not hit the record button to record a tremendous rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So just use your imagination and imagine how good that probably was. I don't know what to say. All I see is high fives. Braxy B.
It's the jersey.
High fives and everything.
I'm polite.
And how's the book? You haven't read much, but the Phillies are exciting.
Slow down, bro.
On the ground, there's a lot to be learned. So look around. Here we go, let's go. Oh, once there was a silly old ant, thought he'd move a rubber tree plant. Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he has high hopes. He has high hopes. He has high apple